So today we are looking to repair an aluminum wheel. And what I want to do is share with you the steps that I'm going to take and the tools in order to fix this. So what we're going to do is use Capri Tools die grinder to clean this up a little bit to find out where the end of that crack is located. So once we can find the end of that crack, then we'll drill a hole in it and maybe even one beyond that, so that way the crack doesn't continue to try to walk underneath the weld. So it looks like the end of the crack is going to be about right here. So what we'll do is we'll drill a hole in that, and then we'll use Fantech's little die grinder here to V this out some, so that way we can get a good weld into it. And the strong hand 8.5 inch G-rail clamp makes it very nice to be able to get some pressure on the tire to get it off. Now I didn't break the top bead down, so that way when I'm done I can just air it back up and the balance is still exactly the same. And when it comes to drill bits, we're going to use my very favorite set. And I like them so much, I had to go back and get a second set. So what we're looking at is a 115-piece M35 Cobalt set. Now this right here actually has a split point on it, so you don't actually need a center punch to get started, but a 115 M35 set here. So I'll definitely dig these, especially the price point. So I'm about 1/4 inch past that crack, so that should prevent the crack from walking up underneath the weld. So a quick update. We've got our crack cleaned out, we've got it V'd out, and we've also got a hole drilled at the end of the crack so that way it doesn't walk. So what we're getting ready to do now is bring the metal up to temperature to help out with the aluminum weld. We've got our Yes Welder welding blanket here to prevent any unexpected sparkies. And what we're using is Yes Welder's first is DP200, which is a dual pulse MIG welder. Now the MIG 205 DS Pro would work just the same. They're both 5-in-1 welders that's capable of aluminum welding. So when we look at the DP200, what we're going to do is we're going to set this up. We're going to change it from steel to aluminum. We're on 100% argon, 0.035, 1/4 inch, and we've got it set on 2T. And we come down to the MIG gun. We need to convert this over to the spool gun since we're pushing aluminum. That way it'll prevent it from walking or bird nesting inside the container here. So at this point, we've got our 100% argon through a Yes Welder regulator, using our strong hand indicator, letting us know that the gas bottle is now on. And at the end of the day, when you're ready to leave, hey, as long as you got the yellow there closed off, you don't have to worry. You know that you're closed. And you can get this in a 5-prong and the 3-prong. So let's get this set up. When it comes to the spool gun, we're using Yes Welder's LBT 150, and there's also a 200 to weld this up. So once we get it prepped with heat, we'll be ready to put some spool to it. Now, I'm not experienced in this, but the good thing about welding, if you don't like it, hey, grind it off and redo it. So let's get in it. What the? Wrong ground. Son of a... Much better. comes to making light work of grinding, Ezark with a 3-inch all the way up to their 7-inch cutting disc, grinding disc, 5,000 cuts per blade, definitely makes life so much easier and affordable. Now we'll go back with a 36 grit and clean out some of those scratches. All right, I believe we're ready for marketplace now. So that's going to wrap up our cracked aluminum wheel repair. So what we need to do now is get some Dawn and water on this and make sure we don't have any bubbles floating out of this cracked area. So I want to put a special shout out to a couple of companies on the tools we used today during this process. One, Capri Tools with their pneumatic tools, and I'm talking their straight and angle die grinder as well as the blowgun kit. Capri Tools is a banging company when it comes to pneumatics. So if you're looking to upgrade your air tools, but in addition to that, the different consumables that we use when it comes to prep for metal cleaning, hey, the 3-inch all the way up to the 7-inch coming from Ezark, as well as their ceramic and zirconia flat disc, super awesome consumables. But also Yes Water when it comes to their PPE that we use today with their gloves, their hat, their helmet. In addition to that, we use the DP200 dual pulse MIG welder and the MIG 205DS. So both those are 5-in-1 machines, both capable of stainless and aluminum, 1/4-inch first pass. Hey, the big difference is this one here, you can upgrade the software. It's all digital. Hey, this thing is able to run the spool gun and the foot pedal. So this right here is a pretty solid machine. But then in addition to that, strong hand tools for the cap indicators, letting us know that our bottle is closed, because at the end of the day, a simple task could cost you hundreds of dollars on gas replacement. So a $10 to $15 indicator definitely gives you peace of mind to know that my gas bottle's off, and that's across a 40 or 60 foot shop. You can look at it and know that bottle is off. And then you got the different argon, and that's gonna be the regulators and so forth. Hey, when it comes down to it, super awesome companies. So if you want to find more details on the tools as well as the repair area, check it out at the link down below. Now let's get some air in this and make sure we're not. So we've got it aired back up, setting at 30 foot-pounds, and we're leaking like a mofo.